Good evening. Can you hear me?
Good evening, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Send your friends a message so that we can start now. Okay. In this lesson, uh, this is unit 2 of your syllabus, education in the social context. And now today we'll discuss certain points regarding it. Functions of the school as a substitute to the family. Now, school is a substitute, means certain functions of the family. School takes over certain functions of the family. Now, like when executing its curriculum, they teach actually certain subjects that are related to the family uh, things or family subjects, family work. Now, the subjects like home science, domestic art, health education uh, have been introduced to the curriculum to act this function. So now, not only this, but in schools, uh, the children are given the time to use their leisure time profitably. That means they learn how to spend their leisure time uh, uh, profitably. So, and there are certain recreational facilities to do in school time and after school also. And so this is helpful for the children uh, to be familiar with this work. So, so this it is no more based on authority. So nobody likes too much of authority. Therefore, the responsibility of the school is to, in the present context, is to develop self-discipline. So children learn self-discipline in the school, and through self-discipline, children can enjoy their freedom. Now, one such function of the school as a substitute to the family is school should satisfy the child's needs. Now, how does this happen? So, for this, school should provide enough opportunities for the child to satisfy his needs and interests. So here, school has to be very careful uh, to see that the child does not interfere with the activities of other children while satisfying his needs and interests. So uh, it is teacher's duty to see to this. So this will be possible if the school can provide facilities for self-expression and free activities. The school can discover the needs and the interests of the child and guide them properly to satisfy their needs. The next function is uh, to develop a sense, to create a sense of security in the child. For the normal growth of a child, uh, a sense of security is very essential. So, they should be given opportunities to get the feeling that they are loved and cherished and they are belong to the feeling like belonging, feeling of being at home like situation, and feeling of courage and self-confidence. So school should cater to these needs. So if the school becomes home-like, then the child can develop a sense of security. So security or a sense of security they gain by if they are accepted, if they are loved, or if they get a familiar surrounding like that. So beside this, the system of pass and fail in the examination should be modified to a sense of security in the child. Now, normally, now through exams, we give passes and failures we form. So this kind of situation should be modified or altered to develop this sense of security in the child. The next thing is the school should develop a sense of cooperation. Uh, so to get rid of the individualistic tendencies, so uh, some uh, some children like to be alone. So to remove that tendency, the school should organize programs which will enable to them to think and work cooperatively to achieve common targets or objectives, common uh, like so sports. When you engage in the sports activity, uh, they have a common objective, so they work cooperatively to achieve certain target or like certain ceremonies, certain functions in a schools. So they organize the things together. So like that, these kind of things are very essential for that. So they should learn how to adjust to the social environment and also to each other in the process of living. So through these activities, they learn how to adjust to the social environment. So at school, being at school, they learn to how to be at the outer society. The next thing is school as a society in miniature, a miniature society. To make the society worth living, the school and the society should be close to each other. That we accept, no, society. For a good society, there should be a hand in hand work with the society and school. So they should depend on each other for their growth and development. Uh, Now, if we neglect this contact between the society and school, uh, the education will be very effective and artificial, and it will not be beneficial for the progress, social progress. So the school as a society in miniature, with now where students and teachers, they function together in a school. uh, Students and teachers function, they work together, and they have a code of conduct, certain rules and regulations to direct their behavior. uh, so organizations of activities like prize distribution, ceremonies, athletic events, school assemblies and clubs uh, are integral part of the school culture. So by organizing this kind of activities, uh, it will become more helpful uh, for the children. And there are some important features of social life. Some important things to supervise the rights and duties of the members of the schools are some authorities too, right? Now, these are some important features of social life. Now, to supervise the rights and duties of the members, right? Rights and duties. We have rights and duties. Students have their rights, and also they have duties. Teachers also, the others also. Now, in a school, we have certain relationships, some between the management and the teachers, school management and the teachers, teachers and teachers, then teachers and students. So this relationships, these different relationships between the individuals determine the efficiency of the school system, how efficient uh, it is. Thus, school is a social organization. It's a social organization. The school may be named either as a natural society or artificial society. Now, school uh, can be named as a natural society or artificial society. How? A school becomes a natural society when there is no possibility of breaking the conditions of life, both inside the schools and outside. Now, natural means no breaking of the normal way of uh, normal conditions of life. Now, uh, so, and nothing can be forced upon the children to learn. We can't force the children to learn. Now, when regarding the school as an artificial society, a nation's schools, we might say, are an organ of its life. whose special function is to consolidate its spiritual strength and to maintain the historic continuity. Now, through schools, now we consider schools as artificial society. Why? Now, uh, in our nation schools, nation schools, uh, we say they are an organ of its life, part of its life, like an organ in the body, and they maintain the uh, historically from generation to generation. We have some uh, certain things, certain valuable things. So school is a thing, place where maintain these historical things, and it's a place to secure its past achievements and to guarantee its future. So in that sense, we consider the school as a what do you call, artificial society. uh, so the school as an idealized epitome of society which extends boundaries of humanity in large. So it extends its boundary. Uh, the school, in order to function as a society in miniature, should organize activities like morning assembly, ceremonies, and functions like prize giving, ceremony, games, sports, so many activities uh, they should organize. So why? To be a miniature society, mini society, school should have so many co-curricular and extracurricular activities like this. So through these activities, students self-government should be developed. Uh, self-government and the self-government should be developed and provide leadership abilities and uh, uh, skills that are helpful to community living. The next thing is school as a center of community life. A community as a uh, group of people living together, uh, bounded by common interest and common purpose. But in actual practice, we don't have such a thing. We don't have communities having what do you call, common interests and common purposes. Now what we see is in communities, people have conflicting ideas, conflicting interests. So now uh, we know we have haves and don't haves. That means rich people and poor people in the society. So normally the what do you call, the interests of uh, haves or rich people are dominated over the interests of have-nots. Uh, now, uh, so uh, so in spite of these differences, there are certain grounds common to all the members and groups of the given community. Now, we see one side, one aspect of the community. That means they have conflicting interests and ideas. On the other hand, they also have some common things. What are they? Beliefs, common customs, traditions, attitudes. Uh, so now, so if they have common beliefs, common customs, traditions, and attitudes, uh, they will, we call it a community. Even then, different groups in a community may differ from each other on the basis of their basic interest. So therefore, it's very difficult for a school to look at the interests of several groups in of a community equally. Now, school, uh, it will become very difficult for the school to see the interest of these communities equally. The group that becomes powerful influences the community as a whole and dominates over the policies and practices of the school system. So the powerful groups become the dominates over the policies and practices of the school. So in such a situation, it is very difficult to practice the principle of equality of educational opportunity. So now the in India, during the British Raj, the people of India uh, could not realize the importance of the school. Uh, so therefore, the school was considered as an institution like other government officers. So that's how the domination of powerful communities came into being. The various sections of the community dominated the school to safeguard their own interests. So, various sections of the community dominate the school to safeguard their interests, their own interests. But now the question that now there is a question: how far the school have gone inside deep into the community needs. So we have to check the influence of different groups on education and use education as an instrument for general improvement of the community as a whole. Now, so how can we achieve this goal? Now, uh, the, the now inside the school we have certain work. We have a curriculum, we have classrooms, syllabus, teaching, what you call co-curricular and extracurricular activities. Uh, so this work and the experience of the child in the society should be integrated. Do you understand this? The school work, the school curriculum, or school syllabus, the subject matter, and everything should be integrated. That means have some kind of relationship with the child's day-to-day activities in the society. Then the education become a social process and the dynamic part of the social life of the entire society. Now, that means now if there is a link between the outside social activities and the school work, now children will see the importance of coming to the schools and attending to the school activities, and then he gets experiences and use them in the society. So uh, the two parts are integrated, and a good bond is built up. Uh, Such unification or integration between the two fields of education will be possible only when the school can participate in the life of the society and take active part to solve the problems confronted by the society. How can we do this? Right? Now, there should be a genuine need for the school to cater to the needs of the community. How can we do this? Right? Now, school, now, it means through its subject and uh, lessons, teaching methodologies, learning teaching methodologies, activities, or through all these, they should understand the problems in the community, right? And give solutions to the problems in the society. Only then it will be helpful. When the school understand the needs, interests, and problems of the community, it can serve the community as the true sense of the term. Now, in this respect, former Education Secretary of Government of India, Mr. K.G. Saidai, he says, according to him, K.G. Saidai, uh, for people's school must obviously be based on the people needs and problems. I think you got it. People's school, right? Now, if it were to people's or society's school, it should be based on it should cater to the needs and the problems, and find solutions for the problems. Right now, these days, if we see school being alienated, or some kind of refusal organization, the reason for it is its uh, lack of catering to the needs of the community. Now, so its curriculum should be an epitome of their life. So curriculum should have all these things embedded in it. Its methods of work must approximate to theirs. So method of teaching. So teachers have to think, not only teachers, the government, everybody has to think of this. It should reflect all that is significant and characteristic in the life of community in its natural setting. So education is the only means of that lead to the individual towards all-round development and progress. Right? The importance of education, school education, is very important. That is the only way which can lead uh, the individuals all round development. Where else we think that if the schools are not good, we can will keep our children at home and teach them the subjects they do at school. Can the parents do that? Can they give the all experiences they get at school? No. So school education now totally the education is the only pathway to the holistic uh, growth of a personality. Now the community conveys its problems to the school uh, for solutions and guidance, and researched experimented knowledge is fed back to the community. Now social problems, the community gives its problems to the school, and school should give them guidance, expertise, knowledge uh, to solve those problems in the community. So not one way direction, two way, both ways they get benefited, both school and the society or community. So therefore, each community maintains schools in order to fulfill its economic, political, cultural, and social needs. And the school, on the other hand, maintains the community through its different activities and diverse programs. Now, two-way program, community, community needs, societal needs uh, by the school is to give uh, it's give good people, educated people to develop their economy, rise the economical development of the uh, country, to have good political leaders, and to enrich the culture and satisfy the social needs. These kind of people they need from the school. So the relationship between the school and the community is a two-way traffic, as I said earlier. So the community, right. So the progress of the community depends on the effective feedback process. Now, so that's very important. Effective feedback should be there. Community should give the feedback to the school. School should give the feedback to the society. So the school and the community depend on each other. Now, some people think that in a school, the students should practice the industries and agricultural conditions uh, available in the society and prepare them for specific jobs. Some people think like that. School should train students for specific jobs in future. But some others reject that. Why? They say uh, it's too early to decide the future careers. So children uh, at a certain higher level should decide their future careers. So, so they have both uh, different idea. Now, this vocational orientation, vocational guidance in school is very important. Vocational guidance. Uh, now, so introduction of now vocational guidance gives expert advisors of socially useful productive work. So by giving this what do you call vocational guidance, uh, they learn many things. Students learn many things, and they can decide on which path they should take. It helps students to realize the importance of the dignity of labor. Now, through this kind of orientation work, children will respect the labor. They should now, for each profession, each career, they try to respect them. So this will develop their personality. So the school can solve the economic problems of the community. Then school can solve the social and cultural problems of the community. How? Uh, they can now, so certain problems now, suppose untouchability, the social problems. Untouchability means now they are now slum areas like that, no, very poor, neglected people, and their health and hygiene problems they have. So now in the lessons, through the lessons, teachers can get children's talk about these problems, identify the problems in the society. Now they can teacher can provide certain clues, certain pictures, or using mass media, certain things they can get the students talk about these problems, what they know about these problems, and find solutions for them. So uh, they can actually uh, uh, then the teacher can teachers with the help of the members of the community or the parents, school management, and everything with the help of every party, they can adopt certain programs to help these help find solutions for them, right? Now sometimes if the parents are very illiterate, very uneducated, school can organize after school literary classes for the elders and parents. I mean school leavers or other elders, and uh, can have discussions in the school premises, having plays, parent teacher associations, adult education associations. So, so by these things, the school can get the approach to the social our cultural problems and give solutions to a certain extent. And by these activities, school can influence the community life and become a community school in the true sense. Uh, right. Home as an agency of education. Home. An eminent educationist, Vinoba Bhave, has once said, in a sound system of education, home should become school and school home. Do you get this? A sound system of education. If, if we want to have a good education system, every part should have should have to have a relationship or should uh, provide things to it. School become uh, home, home becomes school. Interrelated. Uh, he, why did he give this statement? Because he realized that the school cannot perform all the functions alone which have to be entrusted to it. Actually, it's true. School can't do everything. They should have the home uh, uh, help for that. Now, school can, now, you know, the children spend uh, much of his daytime in the family. A limited, maybe 6 hours in the school, 6 to sometime 7 or 8 hours in the school. The rest in the home. So, influence of the home or the family is uh, very much essential in developing his habits, attitudes, and behavior, and many other things. So, mutual understanding, mutual relationship, mutual or cooperation between home and the school is very important. Now, uh, home is an informal agency of education. Informally, they learn. And children's first teachers are their parents. Children from their birth, they learn to walk and talk and distinguish objects, properties, everything at home. So not only that, they learn how to differentiate good and bad. So, they home children experience things. So when he becomes old, he does not stop his education function now. When you may be parents, mother or father to your children. So when your children, you want to teach them certain things. You want to have good families and to teach good ethics, good attitudes, good moral values inculcated in your children, in your own children. So this education process of at home never ends. It's a continuous process. See what are the functions of home in education. So, home, as we said earlier, is the primary group where face-to-face relationships are made. So, these face-to-face relationships are very important in providing education to children, because in such situation, children learn a lot of things. So, as an agency of education, the family should perform certain functions. We'll see what are they. The first one is provision of provisions of provisions for physical development. Now, in a child in a family develops his physical abilities from uh, his birth. So, parents and the elderly members help children to uh, have this physical development. So, they are very careful in this period right now. Uh, they uh, they every time the mother or father or any close relative, elderly relative, looks after their children and give enough practice. So to achieve this physical development, uh, the children should have useful physical exercises and other activities. And not only that, they should give a wholesome diet with the required nutrients. Then the development of mental ability. So this is the physical development. Now we see the second important function of home. Now, how can a home or family uh, provide this help? Now, so for that, in a family, the elders and parents should create a suitable atmosphere, a peaceful, good atmosphere to for the children. So, in the home atmosphere, children learn a lot of things. Some may think that because the infants cannot talk or even cannot do anything, can do little things, their mental ability or they can't recognize things now. Like if parents quarrel, sometimes they quarrel in front of the children, in front of the infants, right? Psychologists have understood this influence. If there is too much of quarrels inside the house, it's a very bad thing for the mental growth of the child. He is afraid of things. His self confidence does not develop. He feels insecurity in such a situation. So it's very, very important to have a suitable atmosphere for the child to develop its mental ability. So they develop their mental powers like thinking, reasoning, feeling, and discrimination, judgment, and memory like things. So the uh, home atmosphere is very important. Then emotional development. Uh, the real education of the child begins not intellectually but emotionally. When the children are emotionally satisfied, they start learning. Not intellectual things comes first. So good fellow feeling and amity or peace among the members of the family affect the emotional development of the child. Peaceful environment. So as a result of which it can develop positive emotions like sympathy, tolerance, love and justice. So children learn from home if they the way they are treated. If the parents and elders at home have patience, tolerance, and they have love and justice, the children learn these things. They emotionally get these things. So it gives them a sense of security. The sense of security at early childhood or infancy is very essential in building up their self-confidence, right? So next one is home as a socializing and agency. Uh, so home is the first socializing agency of the child's life. So it's a society in miniature. Now, child learns all socially desirable values at home, like companionship, love, security, interpersonal relationships, tolerance, cooperation. So, home serves as the first and most effective social system for the child. Next one is home provides uh, vocational education. How? Uh, Children learn his vocational abilities, future vocation at home. If the parents they follow uh, their parents' path now, uh, parents engage in certain activities, vocational activities at home. So the children observe them, sometimes help them, sometimes engage in certain activities in that vocation. So they learn and train. So that sometimes that vocation may become their future vocation. Then home imparts religious instructions. Why do we need a religion? I think we need a religion, uh, what do you call, our mind to be relaxed, right? For that, we need some kind of help. That help is given by our religion. Now, sometimes we face very unbearable situations. Our life, day-to-day life become very stressful and strainful, very very much complicated one. Then to relax, your religion, your practice of religion give you immense help. So at home, you practice your religion. You have a place of worship uh, in your house. So when the parents engage in these religious activities, students observe them and they join with their parents in doing these religious activities. So, uh, through this kind of practicing many years, this kind of attitude uh, is inculcated in the mind of students. So they develop good qualities like charity, kindness, and helping others, devotion to duty, and many other good things by practicing the religion. So home is the base for it. Then transmission of culture. How how does the family help to transmit the culture? Now, uh, now it's a subculture in the broad umbrella of society. A subculture. Now, uh, now, home has its own specific culture, a very peculiar culture. So children learn from uh, they practice the culture at home. So different social class have conflicting expectations from their members. Their way of training also differs to a good deal. So home transmits its individual culture and also the culture of the society to the child. So through the activities, they transmit the culture at home. Uh, how does home provides learning situation? How does home provide learning situation? Now, home is the first school of the child. So he experiences a learning situation. Now, during his infancy and preschool stage, he was the child is almost with the supervision of elders of the family during infancy and preschool stage. So, in this infancy or preschool, the child during that stage he is immature and he is dependent, highly dependent on the parents and elders of the family. So he needs help of physical help for the activities that he do and also for his intellectual and social needs also are uh, provided by the elders. And so he has neither nor any independent standard to judge the things for himself. So therefore, this period is very malleable. Malleable means he can mold it to different shapes, right? According to the uh, way of handling by the parents and the elders, he can be molded into a different way. So, so the child's early years are uh, highly charged with emotions. Emotions. He have lot of emotions. He cry for things. He laughs. Right. His mind is very PO actually in this infancy and preschool ages during 1 to 5 years. This the child's mind is very pure, so uh, exposed to emotions. He reveals his emotions very much during this period, uh, and therefore the family emotions of the family also greatly affect the learning process of the child. So it's responsibility of the home to provide real learning situation to the child. Right. Uh, now, then the cooperation between home and the school. The home should be ready to cooperate with the school. And parents should participate. Sometimes uh, parents, teachers day, school exhibitions, uh, other kind of educational activities in the schools are happening. Parents should participate in them. Uh, So, and the home should be ready to of developing the personality of the child. Uh, Training of for the citizenship. Now, how could a home develop the give the training for the citizenship? Now, through their participation in household activities, they develop a good background for citizenship. Now, then family should enable children to develop healthy attitudes towards uh, sex. Uh, so, in the in the index of a well-adjusted life is a essential thing. In the present day society, boys and girls tend to learn about sex through their friends. So that should be very harmful for the children. So the family should give them the, I mean, proper education to the child on this subject in order to help him to have a healthy attitudes towards it. Uh, right. Then we'll discuss about peer group. Now, uh, peer groups are the groups that uh, so the peer group is very important for them, and it has a considerable influence on the development of self-concepts. Children develop their self-concepts through the peer groups. So by being in a member of a peer group, they get they build confidence and have a sense of security in a peer group. They feel secured because they are with similar people, similar attitudes, similar issues like things. So then they learn things from others, learn to think positively about themselves, and they can engage in play activities like they can now the play group who do the cricket, volleyball, like that. Children who have a similar interest for a certain game, they can do that together, and they some become popular among that group, and they are motivated like that. So and they now in a game they learn to be, I suppose cricket, they play cricket, so they work cooperatively to win the match. uh, so they learn to adjust their needs and desires uh, to the behaviors of peers. Uh, in a very real sense, the child begins to develop a sense of self as distinct from the family. Now he is now somewhat he has come out of the family now. Now, when being in the peer group, he develops a social self. So social, a different kind of thing. So he learns to participate in cultural norms and practices of childhood. So cultural norms, he learns cultural norms and other things. And sometimes he learns from somewhat older uh, members of the peer group, right? Somewhat older people will be there, and now suppose specific rules of of many childhood street games are learned. So the same can be said for many rhymes, myths, and tales. They learn a lot of things through their peers. So the peer influence begins before it is important to the rest of life. So through the peer groups, they learn a lot of things, uh, norms, values, and expectations. Also influence them, of the group influence them, and behaviors that are determined proper within the family at times are incompatible with those expected by the peer groups, right? Now, what they have learned from the home or family background may not be compatible with peer group expectations, right? They may engage in uh, unacceptable, unaccepted activities like shoplifting or experimented with drugs like things. So peer groups also play a very good part in education of the child. How then let's see how mass media uh, affect the child's education. Now, the mass media are what you call developed very fastly in our earlier ages. We were limited to newspapers, television, radio, cinema, books, audio visual cassettes, and like that. Now see how what we have now. We have cellular phones, and we have internet, and so many other things regarding this new technology. So our children are actually now a part of it. So they can't avoid it. So they play this mass media play a very important role in children. Uh, so they this time the mass media now what we get through the social medias are totally different from the previous medias like television, radio, and like that. Now, now YouTube, Facebook, uh, Twitter, WhatsApp, email. So through them, see now world is at the fingertip now. Good or bad, whatever it is, the viewers get that thing. They are highly influenced by these things. So the most important thing about mass media is the message that is conveyed or images that are projected. Now, so now this has become a very complex thing in the modern society, and it is different from the past now, and uh, our children are exposed to that social media now, and they have great effect on socialization and for their education also. So good and bad both sides. Now parents should be uh, very careful in this situation. Uh, so now when parents see that their children spends hours uh, in their phones, they try to have strict control uh, over such things. That kind of response is not accepted actually, because uh, they that strictly disagreeing part may be very harmful in the part of the child. He may be very aggressive on the other hand, and might do some very bad things actually. So parents have to be very tactful actually in if you want to eliminate some kind of social media. from the use of the child. They have to be very tactful. So right now, the bringing the world together. We don't know, but parental care using the certain apps is accepted now. Internet and all that the parental guidance should be there. Then we'll see the important functions of the media. Uh, Education media in today very now they play most vital role in socialization and information dissemination. The media have found their rightful places in the formal, informal, or non-formal education of children and adults. So, in informal, and non-formal education. So, the development of worthwhile knowledge, skills, and attitudes in people of all ages, the media seems to possess a great position. So, actually, we went through our social medias also. We see this social media and other mass media. We see this kind of education channels, YouTube educational channels like that. There are many ways to give education. So, in the last part of the 20th century, there was a rapid advancement in information technology with the help of which tremendous amount of knowledge that can be gathered. So, IT, information technology, is actually uh, rapid development. So, this mass communication systems opened up new direction to the horizon of human world, like a revolution in man's behavior to gain knowledge. Knowledge is now this era is uh, era of knowledge explosion. That means there we have we can get knowledge from anywhere. We can access browse the internet and get what we want. Now we have AI, artificial intelligence. So with the use of that, see, we can do marvelous things. So access to any kind of knowledge, knowledge is exploded. Um, right? So, rapid progress of information technology may offer new prospects for development by opening up a large number of isolated regions and enabling people to communicate with the whole world. Now, nowhere is isolated now. Uh, Actually, now see, we can locate actually any place of the world with the thanks to this development of information technology. See, there is drone cameras. Drone cameras. We can send them to inaccessible areas and get the pictures of them. So see uh, how fast is that development. So it will help easy access to an international database and permit the establishment of virtual laboratories that would enable researchers from developing countries to work in their own countries and thus reduce the brain drain. See, virtual laboratories not physically at that place, but we can have the experience, can see the how the experiment is going on. So with the with that virtual laboratories, we can reduce the brain drain. That means, sorry, we can stop our well-educated people going out of the country, right? We can, that is brain drain. So we can reduce that by the use of this virtual laboratory. Educational functions of media. For a now learning society like India, which has a huge population of 1 billion, this media systems based on modern technology constitute a very potent tool for education and development. Not only for India, but it is also accepted to our country. Right? Media plays a very potent tool for education and development. And now we have varied and numerous applications bearing all the aspects of individual and social life. We have lot of applications in the modern technology to cater to different aspects of individuals and society. So all these users of information technology basically have their impact on educating people, giving them knowledge, skills, improving understanding and changing their attitudes. Now, so all these ICT or information technology is basically for the for educating people on the things and to give them knowledge, skills, providing specific educational things and change their attitudes. So in today's world, media performs a specific educational functions in both formal and non-formal systems. So very helpful for formal and non-formal education systems. In education, media can be and is being used both at individual and mass levels of learning. Now, we can use information like ICT for non-formal education. Non-formal education, a distance learning mode. Like this. Now it is become one of the most important uh, learning systems or delivery systems of learning society. So the distance education appears to be an avenue of promise for every country in the world now. Almost every country has this access for distance education. Is online classes also very helpful now. Uh, Physically, we are not there, but we have access to the things. Now, our in countries like India, IGNOU and CIET, Central Institute of Educational Technology, launch distance education programs throughout the country. Now, in our country also see now there are numerous now. In general, education employs a variety of delivery systems such as correspondent courses, radio, television, audiovisual material, telephone lessons, teleconferencing now, Zoom, uh, webinar. Right now, a lot of things have now come out. So new technologies will have that they play an important role basically in adult education. Informal school education, now we have face-to-face learning, but in schools also now we have smart classrooms, and during holidays we can have online uh, lessons like that. Now in the modern society, actually for school education also we have used this media. Uh, Computer and internet, cable and satellite TV education, multimedia equipment, interactive information exchanging system, including email, online access to libraries and public database. Online access to libraries also. Right now, that is a very suitable thing for learning now. Now you can see we if you follow the proper guidelines, we can have access to uh, libraries of university libraries of other countries also. Right? So there are ways and methods for that. So using these tools and others, both students and teachers are equipped to become researchers. Teachers and they are well equipped. They can they have so many access. So teachers can coach their students to evaluate and to use effectively the information they have gathered for themselves. In this way, new partnership can develop in the classroom. But these tools should be used in conjunction with the conventional modes of education and not to be considered as self-sufficient substitute for them. Now, that is very important. We have to use these tools uh, for uh, the children should use them with the assistance of their teachers, not as a self-sufficient substitute. If used with conventional mode, it can enrich the formal system by filling the instructional gaps, updating knowledge, and giving new learning experiences. Now, if well planned, well organized, this kind of modern technological educational tools will provide, will fill instructional gaps. Now, teacher can provide instructions to students to do a task. This new knowledge can be used for that, and it will help to update their knowledge but by browsing the internet and all that. The children can learn, update their knowledge and get new learning experiences. So the use of computers and multimedia systems make it possible to design individual learning paths along with which each pupil can move at his own pace, on speed. By using them, the individual learners can learn at their own speed. Uh, the interactive media allows pupils to ask questions and look up for information themselves. It is observed that pupils who are underachievers or experience difficulties in conventional mode of education reveal their talents better and show more motivation and curiosity in informal mode. By using this technology, the slow learners also uh, develop fastly. This uh, technology is not a replace to the textbook and the teacher, but this has to be kept in mind. In a child's education, they have their own role to play. Now, teacher has teacher's role, textbooks have textbooks role. Now, the technology is a supportive method. Textbooks also, although they no longer are only instrument of learning and teaching, they retain the central place. The textbooks have their own place. So the textbooks are the cheapest of media and easiest to handle. The development of these technologies does not diminish the role of teachers. It, however, offers them an opportunity to that they must grab. Now, one might think that by the use of this modern technology, the teacher's duty diminishes. No, there should be a teacher. She can be a guide. She can become a guide and give necessary instructions to use them for better education. So teacher's role, teacher's part never diminishes. Uh, But it's true that in today's world, teachers cannot be regarded as the only repository of knowledge that they have to pass on to the younger generation, right? Uh, the teacher in the modern society is not the sole transmitter of knowledge. Uh, with the development of these technologies, there has definitely been a shift on the emphasis in the teacher's role. Teacher's role is different now. The new role is not only that they have to teach pupils to learn, but also of teaching how to seek, look up, and appraise factor. Uh, that is, the teachers have to teach them how to learn, right? We have to teach them how to learn. They should learn how to learn how to learn. So, the teacher's role is now different. The competency of the teacher is a new form of literacy for them. Right. Uh, Role of education as an instrument of social change. How does education help to change the society? Social changes are the changes that occur in various components of socialization. Uh, we have observed that social change is the most operative aspects in the society. Social factors determine educational policy. See, let's see how this happens. Generally, education leads to social change. Now, normally, education makes social change. But there are times social changes determine the education policy, theory and practice. This indicates the close and integral relationship between education and the social change. Some of the instances where social changes determine the education are as follows. See, educational changes because of social forces. Educational changes because of social forces. See, social aspirations. Aspirations means social needs, social values, social dynamics are some of the social powers. When certain social factors become powers, they make the education to change. When these forces change, change occurs in the education process also. Next one is educational change because of social needs. First one is because of social forces. Now social needs. Society has various needs. Uh, it means that educational changes occur because of social needs and aspirations. Compulsory, free, and universal education, diversification of secondary and higher education, adult education, agricultural, industrial, vocational, professional, and scientific education are the various forms and varieties of education which have been brought about by the needs of modern Indian society. Now, that is similar to, sorry, even here. Uh, societal needs and aspirations change the educational system. Now, that is why from time to time, the 7 to 8 years lapse time, the, the curriculum reforms occur, educational reforms occur uh, basically after every 8 years because of these changes in the society. Next one is educational changes because of cultural changes. We'll see. Uh, it may be noted that the first, the material aspects of the culture changes. Then the non-material aspects of the culture gradually changes. When cultural changes occur, there occurs changes in education, cultural changes. Then we'll move on to a new topic, role of education in the emerging Indian society. In India, a state of social equilibrium existed for thousands of years before the English conquered the country. Now, before the English people conquered India, there occurred a very peaceful, harmless environment surrounding in India for thousands of years. This equilibrium was the result of the scientific organization of education. The reason for this is scientific education, scientific organization. The organization of education in India was fascinating. That was well organized, very well organized. That's why it has lasted for thousands of years. The social feelings have influenced education. Social feelings are influenced, and education has kept the aim of social progress always in view. The aim of education was social progress, and social feeling was in education. Observance of Dharma was the aim of social life and uh, education. So, the observance or practice of Dharma was the aim and social life and education. Dharma, according to the Indians, is that which holds society together, and it denotes justice, duty, rights, moral obligations, and several virtues. Dharma. Indians believe that it is the thing that holds the society together, and there was justice, duty, rights, moral values, and several other good things were there because of that. It stands for the individual rights. Individual rights were there. Individual duties were there. Obligations towards oneself, one kith and kin, towards the society at large. Everywhere they are unbiased. Justice was there. So, observers of the Dharma aimed at physical well-being, emotional integration, and refinement, intellectual stability, and enlightenment. See, because of the practice of this dharma, it was expected the physical well-being, mental, emotional well-being, intellectual stability, enlightenment, social and cultural coherence and harmony. And the true knowledge of Dharma help the people to be socialized. So the social teachings of the great seers and sages of India united the country. See, uh, look at the founders of great religions in India. But what happened with the British rule? The positive aspects of the country were altogether uh, now with the coming of India, the positive uh, they disregarded this dharma, the positive aspects of the society. Everything was neglected. So it was a very uh, bad time for the educational system that prevailed for such a long time. So it also obstructed the progress of the socialization of the people through education. But then, with the dawn of the independence in India, they have several attempts to enhance the society with the help of education. The leaders of India tried to enhance the society. How? Through the education. The effect of sociology in Indian education is rapidly growing. The importance and effect of sociology in Indian education are very much accepted. Therefore, it is necessary on the part of the people to be conversant with educational sociology. Everybody in the society should know, should discuss uh, the education sociology. Helps the students to understand the geographical unity, ethnic unity, fellowship of faiths, social institutions, and Indian culture based on the principles of socialization. So this is very helpful for them. Beginning of the Vedic seers and sages uh, like Vaivasva Manu and Gautam Buddha, and ending with Rabindranath Tagore. Is then Sri Aurobindo, Annie Besant, Bhagavan Das, Swami Dayan, Saravasti, Mahatma Gandhi, Vinoba Bhave. Uh, so India has given to birth to seers, and Indian social tradition. Uh, so India's cultural and social life was shaken, and its very foundation by the unsettling effects of the contact with other countries and by the agencies of social change. So It's the need today is to equip our students with the sociologist concepts of equality, secular attitude, broad-mindedness, and cultural unity of the country. Okay, so the time is up. So I think it's time to wind up our session today. Please see that you join the class on time, sharp at 7:30. Don't get late. Please inform all your friends to join on time. Here. Have you got any questions to ask? Gaini or Gaini, I think. Gaini or Buddhika, yes?
No,
Yes,
ma'am. Thank
Buddhika?
you. I have
Yes.
no doubt, ma'am.
Uh-huh. Yes. Gayani? Okay, we'll stop this. Goodbye then, everybody.
Good night, ma'am. And thank you.